Occupational therapy uses ordinary activities that are meaningful to the patient to improve function, strength, and endurance. This is an individualized program intended to help a patient in mid-recovery regain independence caring for her pet, cleaning the tables and counters in her home, and loading and unloading the dishwasher. The patient should follow the practice demonstrated in this video. It will help her reach her goals, speed up the recovery process, and enable her occupational therapist to use clinical time more effectively. The first drill demonstrated here will help the patient care for her pet. The patient should unscrew the cap, place it on the table, and then pick it up and screw it back onto the bottle. By practicing with an empty water bottle, patients are able to build the necessary fine motor skills to give their pet water. The patient should watch the demonstration 3 times, then they should practice the drill for 2 minutes. Next, they should review the demonstration one more time. Then, they should practice the drill for another 6 minutes. Following this 8-minute practice period, the patient should rest for 1 minute. The second drill demonstrated here will help the patient's reach, eventually leading to the ability to clean the surfaces in their home with ease. Patients should reach out and touch the closest cup, then return their hand to the home position and reach for the next cup. Repeat until you have touched all of the cups. As with the last drill, the patient should watch the demonstration 3 times, practice for 2 minutes, watch the demonstration once more, and then practice for 6 more minutes. Following this 8-minute practice period, the patient should rest for 1 minute. The last drill demonstrated here will help the patient work on their balance and foot placement to decrease the risk of falling while loading and unloading the dishwasher. Patient should pick up the cup from the table, turn 90 degrees to the right, and place the cup on the floor. After standing up, bend down and pick up the cup and return it to the table. Repeat the drill, but turn to the left instead of the right. Again, the patient should watch the demonstration 3 times, practice for 2 minutes, watch the demonstration once more, and then practice for 6 more minutes. Following this 8-minute practice period, the patient should rest for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes of rest, the caretaker is to perform a retention test based on safe completion of the skills. If the patient does not pass, they should return to the 8-minute practice blocks. If the patient does pass, they may move on in the practice. For the next 10 minutes of the patient's practice, they are to perform each drill 3 times. First, they should open and close the water bottle 3 times. Next, they should touch each cup in the reaching drill 3 times. Finally, they should stand and turn to place the cup on the floor 3 times. This should be repeated in order until the 10 minutes is up. After the 10-minute practice period, the patient can rest for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes of rest, the caretaker is to perform a retention test based on safe completion of the skills. If the patient does not pass, they should return to the beginning of the 10-minute practice block. If the patient does pass, they may move on in the practice. For the last 10 minutes of practice, the patient can choose what order to perform the drills in and how many times to repeat each drill. The only constraint on the patient is that they cannot perform any one drill more than 2 times in a row. This part of practice helps to simulate the control our patient will have once she can be independent. It also improves her ability to self-evaluate. Once the patient returns to the occupational therapy clinic, a retention test will be performed to decide if she is ready to move on to the final stages of recovery.